co-anglers. Uncle Jesse here from James Gang Fishing Company, here to give you 9 tips on how to simplify preparing to be a Bassmaster Open's co-angler. Tip number 1, get yourself a tackle backpack. These backpacks are the perfect size to not take up a bunch of room in a professional angler's boat. This is a Flambeau setup here. We got room for 4 decent sized tackle trays in here, plastic lures in here, we got little trays here, tool holders, pockets, and you got big zippers and room for spare reels. Tip number 2, we're going to simplify our rod selection. Being a co-angler in the back of the boat, I don't want too many rods in the way. I want room for the pro to do his thing. I don't want to have too many decisions. I'm going to run 3 rods. I'm running a pretty heavy duty here. This is a 7-foot medium heavy, but a moderate action tip. I'll get into the reel selection on that with multiple options there. I'm going to run about a 7-foot medium spinning reel with extra fast tip. Tip number 3, we're going to use multiple reels and multiple lines. So I'm only bringing 3 rods, but I'm going to bring extra reels and store it inside this bag, which has room for extra reel storage. The big guy is going to be this. I got a budget reel on here right now. It's 10-pound fluorocarbon. This is P-line tactical. I'm really impressed with the line. The reel I don't like. It's got really choppy drag. That's why you don't really want to buy budget reels off Amazon. That's going to be 10-pound. Then I'm also going to have a second option, which is a high quality Ardent Finesse. I'm a pro staffer for Ardent for several years now. Their Finesse 1000 is absolutely amazing. I love this budget reel. What I'm going to put on here, 8-pound Seaguar Red Label. This is a budget friendly line that works very well. Doesn't have terrible memory like a lot of the other lines on the market. Absolutely love this stuff. This is going to be jerk baits, crank baits, blade baits. I'm also going to run a third reel with 6-pound test fluorocarbon, P-line tactical. Good product here. This is going to be for drop shots and it's going to be for spy baits only. On my I got an Ardent Tournament Pro here. I'm going to use this for finesse. I'm actually going to use Fin Spin Premium Braid, 15-pound test, 2-pound mono diameter. This stuff looks awesome. I cannot wait to give this a whirl. I'll be using this for my jerk shads. I'm going to be using this for Ned rig. I'm going to use this on Faffle Fishing's cluster bomb worm. I'm really excited to give this stuff a try. Tip number 4, and this is my most bizarre one. In Bassmasters, they do not allow nets and they do not allow lip grips. Being very worried about all the northern pike and the muskies and the treble hooks, I did some research on police gloves off Amazon and I found the puncture resistant ones that they use to check for needles when they're checking the pockets of the bad guys. Being that I'm right-handed, I'm going to wear this left-handed glove while I'm fishing like a fool. And I got a feeling when I grab the mouth of a fish, I don't have to worry about going to the hospital, and I think it's actually going to be a big deal and a great idea. But first I got to hook into some fish. Also on tip number 4, with the gloves as other tools, I'm going to have a Bass Pro Shops towel with me, dry my hands off if needed. I'm going to have a knife, pocket knife with me to cut line, and Ardent's pliers to get the hooks and the lures out of the pike's mouth, and if it's treble hooks, out of the bass's mouth. This will protect me from also going to the hospital. Tip number 5, and this doesn't really cost money. When you're preparing to study a lake, go online, do research. Watch YouTube videos, look up articles about tournaments that were won on that lake, what kind of lures they were throwing, what color patterns. Pay attention to YouTube videos, what colors work. Fish your way, fish your strengths, fish your style lures. But throw those colors in just for starters during practice, and maybe that'll tell you what colors and what styles are going to be working for that week in the tournament and might help you out. Tip number 6, when you are a co-angler in the opens, you're going to need a weigh-in bag. Basically, there's a lot of them out there, different brand names. This one happens to say Trocar on it. Doesn't get used much because I do a lot of catch and release tournaments. You're also going to want a cull system. Nice thing about Bassmaster Open that I'm going to be in, you only need to catch 3 fish in weigh in, so be easy to keep track. Also might be wise to use a balance beam. Even with these non-piercing deals, you can probably hook those culling weights on there and figure out which fish weighs more and help you cull out. Shouldn't be too difficult with 3 fish, but this could help you. Tip number 7, hooded performance shirt. Could get a little hot out in the sun. Got myself a performance shirt. Be able to put my hood up whenever I need to. Keep me cooler, keep my neck from burning. I also recommend wearing a buff underneath. Tip number 8, this is kind of a funny one, but it's no joke. Save face. If you're doing 60 to 70 miles an hour in a heavy rain, it feels like somebody's throwing rock gravel at your face. This will protect you. It's a lifesaver. I highly recommend getting one of these if you're in the Bassmaster Opens. And my 9th tip, if you are a co-angler in the Opens, is rain gear. You're going to want a rain jacket, you're going to want rain coveralls. A lot of it's budget. You can get stuff on clearance on Tackle Warehouse. You can find stuff off season, getting around the fall, winter. At a lot of stores, Frog Talk seem to work good. You get away with a lot of budget friendly, or you can go high end and get some really good stuff from Bass Pro Shop and other brands. So that is the 9th tip. So thanks for following and thanks for your support.